na kargnama kandumba tinum warlana kandumba na gorngondel kandumba ha kamandumba so talbiya yuwale shirku kunun shele mun kan zan yala jelle ayene ya yele to ashirma pa ya solo so talma ma kan ye to amba yile na kan wule shirku ma za ha yile na kan wule tanum pacha ba. Yeah, so my name is Nadamba. Ma meeting nong de sham. DMTV Zombo. Kan data bana nyela ni voso mu yandi amfana program shelter malngoma. Zongo dapsilongoma program ngoma is going to be one of its kind because this is the first time katajilin de la personality ngoma. And la personality ngoma, the reason why we are seated here today with her is because there is the need for us to sit with her. Now, I cannot tell you, Ghana Tangbane, Tamalabin Shao, competition nam Galsia Pam. But the Malabu Katana Yuna comes ha. Competition shall biene. Kalala competition kuma Karaganda in Yera Bipon Suma, Bipon Vela. I think you'll Vielma, Cafe shall Vielum Conco ho. But I'm a Mangilina Ambangla Vielma Maza ho Male. Cafe shall Vielum Conco. Zopurna Vielum Bazan Habienme. And Tapa Biago Puna Vielum. Nta pa beaucoup pour ne vielem nta pa vielem balba kamza ha kan ni ne konko vielem to ma vielem balba kam kan yarma. Now I cannot tell you a couple of weeks ago tranyela ni shababan witness Ghana most beautiful balama kala program ngoma mpoyela yuno kamza ha de pirma ngahande Ghana dundong pune bi pour mbel viela bi pour mbel suma ban male hankale zankpa biago polo ba malni ni sim zankpa biago polo donc ko son kata Ghana to ntebo kara chang to ne lampahe ne ailan kanata yulma mina za ha mina duniya wa za ha tamalla ban sha'atan bol ne women empowerment bi maana paaba to ntebo polo donc ko ncheka paab min dabba ka biago ma tanda mik gap shel dam bien ma karang magi ka ban shakam chang ven yalanga. La particular program ma dalan yiran na pon yelma nta showcase ra the regions ma the culture tradition kata display la mal wo dunia ma za ka ba dire de damfane, and all these performances are done by these beautiful maidens selected from various regions, various communities to represent their communities at the end of the day. So a few weeks ago yetra naya people that appear, and along the way my people peel kana from how many regions karako shira hal some couple of regions ka competition ma karapiga ngunda wine. Along the way this particular system ma oranyela ni mvoso so kamnra mrni nakpa no nyela ngoyan wine la particular competition ngoma cause jelma drabiane ka zo pour malam biene ka vote bla karlantom votra Oramila ben shazo on tue yilma apune. Oramala hankal shele din yanzu on tue yilma apune ko tanan dan tuno non sham. Nko jashima pana. Ba perla ben yelni ni salma taborsirme kana on min non dema. Orabto zan jashima kuna. Twama on kuna okumna ne vim, nkuna ne spirit. According to Muna, that she has learned a lot in this competition. She has changed so many things about herself. She has improved about her life, and she is also going to pick up some projects which she intended to have done if she had won this competition. But nonetheless, we take on the particular projects that she is still going to continue, and we have some pictures, videos. She has indeed hit to her promises, and she is doing what she said she was going to do. Even if no by the end of the day, when you're involved, someone you fulfill her promises, and that is what she is doing. Zonga dapsilongoma Titi. Shabrabo ya Titi. Kashabono aka. Mandabo ya okaka. Kamala reason later ne yelle. So Titi. Kabola aka aizan la gapta batembolo Titiaka. So no that's what me Titiaka she do up for it. Titiaka.
Yes.
Titi, Charlie, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yes, this is the first time I'm meeting you, and I must say that you are a beautiful lady.
Thank you.
Yes, I mean, Savannah region actually, but I will make a mistake when they selected you to go and represent them. So, tell like to pass it note to pass it and Titiaka,
Yes.
Charlie, so what's going on?
Nothing is going on.
How far after competition, man, what is going on? Like, what have you been up to? Boka Anunda.
I've just been around trying to say thank you to Bansong Mama Zaha.
Okay.
And before I even continue with the interview, I want to say thank you, like Dagbamba, even though I'm representing Northern region. Amazing Lepshi, that relationship we had, that acquaintance we made, you really showed me love. So thank you. Thank you. And so, like I was saying, I think I've gotten a month now, and I've just been going around my region saying thank you to them for their support and trying to work out my proposals for my project. I think that's what I've been up
So
to.
that is what you've been up to. And I don't know whether producer, I don't know whether you have the pictures or videos with you, and you can just show them. And most of so far, you have started some projects.
Yes.
I don't know what are those projects about.
So when we went for the competition, we were told they would give us some exercise books, and I told myself, why not I go for these books as soon as possible since we are in first trimester of education, then share it to schools.
Okay.
And what is special about my own is that I'm paying close attention to only girls' schools.
Wow, really? Why?
Yes.
What's up?
So, like you said earlier on, there's this disparity between guys and ladies. We feel we ladies are left out, so we feel we have to empower each other to be where we want us to get to.
Okay.
So I selected only girls' schools to give my books to. So all girls model in Savannah region. I'm coming for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So it means that next time when you go for another beauty pageant, girls can't chat on that campaign.
Oh no, mommy, mommy, but girls, they are so much of my concern.
Okay, all right.
Growing up, I knew how it was like to be a lady in the education sector. So I feel we have to give so much attention to these young girls.
Okay, that's fine. So basically, that is what has been going on. So those of you asking that, where is Titiaka after the competition? This is what she's been up to, and then Charlie, everything is going on well. Now, Titiaka, first, I want you to introduce yourself to the masses out there. Who is Titiaka? Tell us a little about yourself.
I know you'll probably be wondering why I'm saying thank you to Northern Region for their support. Because I'm from Savannah Region, I'm a Gonja. My name is Bilo Walhana Titiaka. And I started my primary education in Canteen Primary. I continued my primary in St. Anne's Roman Catholic in Damango. Then I moved to Tamale. You understand why I'm saying thank you to Tamale people, the Northern Region? Yes. I had my junior high school education in Tamale. Zegbeli Blobby Junior High School. The famous Zegbeli. So you understand, I'm more of a Northern Region person. That's as I completed my junior high school education there. Then I proceeded to Our Lady of Mount Carmel Girls Senior High School in Tichima in the Bronga Hafu. Then currently, I'm in the University for Development Studies. Fortunately for me, next month is my graduation, so do come around to have fun with me at UDS Tamale campus. So I think, lest I forget, I'm 22 years. In fact, I'm 23. I turned 23 last 3 days, so.
Wow.
Yes, so I think basically that's all.
I don't know if our producer has brought the cake. And Asha didn't tell us that 3 days ago was your birthday. We would have broken the cake. So Charlie, Ghana was beautiful. So many people will ask, why Ghana was beautiful? Why did you choose to represent Savannah region?
Oh, this question. So, I've always said this. A lot of interviews I've gone for. The dream didn't start now.
Okay.
I think that was 2013. I watched the year when Poker won.
Poker, okay.
Yes, and Queen Bassi 2014. So that year I was still in junior high school. So I was watching the program and I was like, oh, if I grow up, I also want to go for this pageant. Then, growing up, you are seeing how things are going. you know, there's this self-doubt. You kind of be like, can I do this? So,
So you can be blending the bonja too. I want you to
okay. Nizoruma, like, in Nipa essays, Latin Maza, Kala, self-confidence, Makadnakani. Babin Shadin song, my name, Nichangel school, there was always that kind of way that they tell we ladies that you can do everything you want to do. Like, there's this time they will call us out and talk to us about self-confidence, about not restricting ourselves. So I think Nuku Bejina High School, Kala SHS, Kala Fila na Mako Wenchanma. I started kind of like remaking my mind that So along the line, when I went to the university, and I was still thinking about it. I was like, but I don't know as to this year particularly. I want to go for GMB. I had not made my mind. Yes. So last year, when Quintea won, I was there and my sister came to me and told me that, they are auditioning for GMB. Won't you go?
Okay.
And I was like, go. So I was like, but that year I can't go. You know, they were done with first auditions.
Yes.
So this year too, I even forgot completely about GMB. they came to Tamale, but cannot Tamale and send the first auditions. Kamamba Miga.
Okay.
Kabachang Kumasi and Nanga. So Kumasi Dalama. I was just on TikTok scrolling.
Nice.
Remember you become on GMB auditions on TikTok. And I said, what? I'm late. So fortunately for me, they had not done Accra. Takrade.
Yes, sure.
So I said, okay, it's already late. So the only one I can join is Accra auditions. So I packed my things. Got the next flight I got straight to Accra and I auditioned for the first time. And fortunately I was picked.
Beautiful.
Yes, so I think that's just how it started. Then I had to build a dream and make sure that I'm going out there to represent well. So I started putting a lot of things together, learning, and it wasn't easy because at that time I was writing my final exam. You know, yes.
That was huge.
So I had to combine the stress of school and GMB. You know, when you are going in, it was my first time. I don't know how it looks like. And I think since 2013, 2014, I did not particularly pay attention to GMB. I wasn't really watching it. So I had to learn so much, especially the culture. I had to now open up my mind to be ready. Because, Dagbamba, ide makacheza basa, man kana tijini. So, even yara poncho magariza basa, yara magba. So I had to now...
You had to now go back home.
Go back home and learn them. You see? So, but I was lucky. I was able to pick up. And when they selected Final 2, God made the way. I was selected to represent the Savannah region.
Beautiful.
Yes,
so how many ladies were representing Savannah region that you met?
When we came to Accra, it was only 2 of us I know. So I don't know what happened in Tamale and the other regions.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's beautiful. Now, I'm talking about having to go home after staying in Tamale and then learning our ways. Now having to go home to learn some of your cultural practices before you go and then showcase it to the world. How was the challenge like?
It was a bit challenging. But the fortunate thing is that the Gonjas and the Dakumbes are not that different.
Exactly.
A lot of things we do are, so it was a bit easier.
Okay. Wow. That's beautiful. So, Ibam Buharnakamani, okay, she's staying in Tamale, and at the end of the day, she went to represent Savannah region. She's not a Dagomba. She's a Gonja. Staying in Tamale, went almost all her education in Tamale here. Most of the time, once you are going for beauty pageant, be any competition of that sort, you are going for the ultimate mantle to win, right?
Yes, definitely.
Big Alala. What was your objective for going there?
Okay. So, I'm one person that, even though the ultimate was always the crown, we all see, let me say, the glamour and the impact you'll be able to make in your society when you are crowned.
Yeah.
So that is the ultimate, because GMB platform is one that's is very big.
Yeah,
and
sure.
you get a lot of opportunities. Just when you walk in a place and you mention that, oh, my name is this, GMB, this, oh, you are giving the needed attention and everything. So I had my mind on the crown. And I'm one person that I've always wanted to impact people, especially young ladies like myself.
Yeah.
So I looked at it that this would be the great opportunity for me to get to use this platform. So ultimately, I was looking out for the crown. But nonetheless, I'm one person that I take a step at a time.
Okay.
So when I started the auditions, every day my prayer is that I make it to the next stage of the auditions.
Yeah.
So I don't look at that moment, I wasn't looking at, oh, I want to represent Savannah region. The ultimate is the crown. Definitely, I have to represent Savannah region
Exactly.
to get the crown. But I say, God, let me make it in this first round of the audition. Let me make it in this second round. So I was selected to represent Savannah region. And when I got to the house, it was the same prayer every day.
Wow.
Yes, God, let me make it. Let me skip it.
Okay, so were you the prayer warrior type who went like, I have to.
You know, I'm a Muslim,
Okay.
so most of our prayers in our houses. But Agbakutam, Agbayisum, Nafila,
Oh, beautiful.
no kusong aya, but eviction shading canal.
Oh, so you don't know feel no.
What's in Denmark? We are grown ups, even though there are a lot of rules and regulations. We are made to practice the religion we want to do.
Okay.
So we're not restricted. So that was how it was like. So my goal was the ultimate crown, but I made sure that my focus is on the next step I'm taking.
Wow.
That was how it worked for me.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. No, so people come on, assuming what you have said, ma, so beautiful. Assuming you had won the crown, you had won the crown. What would you have done as far as winning the crown was concerned?
Like I said, I'm an education activist for girls. So that would have been my main focus.
Yeah.
And I'm not paying attention to only young girls, even women. So everything women is my
Because I'm asking this taking into consideration the fact that you would have all the opportunities to do certain things and then the support.
So exactly. Yeah. So like everybody, when you are going for GMB, you have one project. I had to open that window.
Wow.
Yes. And find ways to, because I know the crown brings
two projects. So what were those projects?
Yes. So my first project is re-entry of teenage mothers back to school. Oh. It's actually a government policy. Yes. That was, I think, in 2016 that they brought it up. It's actually one of my projects. So because the Savannah region, there's a lot of teenage pregnancies, and after their birth, they are forced to get married because you've given birth already. Yes. You don't go to school, maybe probably due to stigma and inability to acquire other school items. So I take it upon myself that when I win the crown, that is going to be my first project I want to work on. I want to make sure that even after childbirth, you are able to go back to school. You empower yourself. And I always say that education, a girl child education, isn't just about you schooling.
You can add the gonja.
Hey, for use school. It's not about for use school, maybe work in the government sector or whatever. No, that is not about education. It's about you going to school and knowing your left and right. Knowing that I cannot be abused because I know my rights.
Exactly.
I can take responsible decisions for myself. So that is my main aim of trying to enroll these young mothers back to school.
Wow.
So that's my first project. And my second project, you know, Northern region, we are known for production of shea butter. So our women are mostly into the shea nuts business. So that's another project I was planning on working on in the Savannah region.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. So at the end of the day, we didn't get the crown, right?
Yes.
Do you still have your intentions of pursuing these agendas?
Yes, I still have the intention. In fact, with the teenage mothers back to school, I've already started with that one.
Okay.
I'm trying to mobilize the girls that are interested to go back to school.
Okay.
I think that one in the share nuts, I'm still trying to get together my proposal and see how far it can go.
Oh, that's fine. And then I think when it comes to that, our team also knows some share processing companies. That's if we can introduce you to them, and then we see how it goes.
I'll be glad to come around.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yeah, so don't go near Shambama. I mean, Warlama Nijama, Titiaka, you know, Titi, Shabdabona Titi, Kasabundo Aka, Kamambundo.
I will go,
Kamambundo Okaka. Yes. So I'm a Mandi Wumpalat. This is beautiful. I need Titiaka one story. It's so beautiful because Onyala Gonja, Kakanantijin Tamale, Katamino Tan one day taba, ka competition the Gana Kucha to represent the Savannah region. And still, Tamal Mabe Nordness Davas also. we support Dana Kuyirna from the north. She even had to go home and then learn her ways and then go and represent her region in the competition at the end of the day. Karachanve Yelanga, because I'm sure Savannah region is so proud of you. Because Ayulmaya is like Dendanye, one of the most popular names in the house. Amila.
Seriously, you go out, when we go out, you know when we are in Accra, you go out for programs, everybody will be asking, who is Titiaka? Which of you is Titiaka?
Yeah, so Ayulma is so popular. Everybody, Beza Haramila Ayulma.
Song I zoro na kabazan kabukwela mangnolo yenga managing damangu Savannah region managing northern region managing Brown and half managing Kumasi so that's the kind of
multi-socket.
yes, exactly.
Yes, so the Shambara Chatchant non Kwamba Biafo Kakana Mamini CNC Numyela Niversha Bambe King David Bella building Yangapune Benyela Niversha Banqua Benema then they nunca a drop beer Kabor One Yara Nimpanga Kachi CNC Numsane the Millennial Nelson Madanya Kabe Mabato Yerna the Malabu Katana Chan CNC Numsane Katim Yelaka and you come your hand in it. Producer dem so zangba videos ma ba ranra ka tim nyele kan wa an yu kam ya hanine do kunya la ben la ma liha men ben yara ka an dira ka aso palgra ka bi ma ga aso palgra an yu tim nesem ma da an yu tim ka ni hanine zang de bi be ka bi ma yisem mal hal hai no kala la nyele a chan CNC nim sana nyela ni vo so ngunya ni adne chata fu kom kalamna ntizang jima zang to Titiaka na kujaba. Yes, so lala nyele tinyala ni mvosha bana ko DMTV channel ngozo mama ka pe Facebook nta follow it ka like din ko ka ti ba ban sha akam za ha ka nyele ka ce YouTube ba za ha nta subscribe nta ti channel ma din ko ka ti ba ban sha akam za ha ka nye ni mvoso ngo yandi de dan fane TikTok zo ba za ha tinyala ni mvosha ban bene DMTV_1 timin Titiaka na nyela ni mvosha banji du ngofune Titiaka. Dale, welcome back.
Thank you.
So I have this question for you. So after going to the house, Kamani Yilma Pune, how was the experience? So we Yilma like never big brother Nigeria, never be Shama. How was the experience in the house?
Okay. So it's a bit similar to that. We also stay in a reality house like that.
Okay.
So we have cameras in the house. So sometimes what we do in the house is captured.
Wow.
In the kitchen, in the living room, yeah, in our corridors and stuff. So that's it. So we do everything by ourselves. It's just similar to that one. There is no outsider in the house. It's only to Konko, to Minty Chaperon.
So how about phone calls and then visiting and stuff?
So we are not allowed to see a visitor.
Okay.
And when you want to make a phone call, a chaperone is around. You can use her phone. You tell her in your presence, in her presence, you make the call.
Okay.
That's it. Then we have computers in the house as well. So so sometimes you can reach us on email. That's some personal conversations. You can reach us on email. And sometimes we are able to use the computers for research.
Wow.
Actually, that's even the purpose of the computers. I think that's it.
So, what were some of the fun moments in the house?
You know, this year's Ghana is most beautiful. It's one of its kind because there was so much sisterly bond between us.
Okay.
At some moments, we even forget we are in a competition because we are just so much like for each other.
Okay.
It was fun, like. So the moments we enjoy ourselves is when we are alone, like there's no camera on us, we talk freely. We are so much of friends than competitors.
And there's somebody who wants to know what are your proudest moments or accomplishments in the house? Some of the moments like you are so proud of that you have accomplished in the house.
My proudest moments in the house. I think when it comes to fans and games that we have between we ladies, we did some paint and sip with techno.
Okay.
And my drawing, everybody loved my drawing. So yeah, it was
What did you draw?
it was a painting of a rabbit and a rainbow or so. It was so everybody admired it. And I think my proudest moment is also how I'm able to relate with each one of them at every moment.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think my performances, there are a lot of times that I feel like I've given my best, I've done well in my presentations. So I think those are my moments.
Wow. So if you have the chance or the opportunity to do something else, to change something, what would you have changed in the house?
Change something. I think I would have spent more time with the girls and understand that fun is part of your growth as a human being.
Okay.
Then I would have paid so much attention to some of my performances as well, because I think that's just all.
Oh wow, that's great. And what about some of your weaknesses? What were some of your weaknesses in the house?
My weakness in the house.
I mean, from performances to like in the house and stuff.
My weakness. I think when something small happens, I'm always hurt.
Okay.
I'm always hurt. So we get over it.
Okay. Is it because you are emotional?
Yes. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I think
you don't get iron hearts.
At times I get punched.
Okay, but
I'm not been shout.
no.
Mama can't magba. But look what I read. Oh, but my meaning salama in Kubian in the tabna so but our ability to come back together, to apologize to each other is the ultimate. Because when you go to the house, like I be in yellow, I become the money for pound mark. I come the not to
okay.
Because them gentlemen, so you will be instructed to in fact apologize to the person and make it up to the person. So labda aguma de chama kayilmani like at
wow, that's beautiful. And did you have any favorite housemates? Okay, this is my favorite housemates, and then like
okay, my monundani close Pamela Songsuma Upper West.
Upper West, okay.
But aside when I knew Rabzani, that one she has to that viral. And even everybody, the Dachamanam got number one, the deep kakama, number one zombo. Because Benshano couldn't, I didn't tell us so you're like, everybody had a role to play.
Okay.
So some question Benshano took on a computer, say one of the big G, iron.
Oh, okay.
So this is a hat.
So come that mellow character.
Hey, line. Line yelling.
Production house kid.
Banzore Indomie water. Banzo Indomie kadele kom. No valley you look adwani gino buma. Okay. You see, it was so fun. Like,
okay. So have you missed something?
Oh yeah, I miss the girls moments. Yeah. Even though a lot of times we're on camera, but we still made sure that we had fun. Because usually when there's camera on you, there are a lot of things you shouldn't do, you can't do. But we still make sure that we enjoy every moment of it together. And I think we all understood that it was for a short period of time. We are all from different regions, so we have to be together to have fun as much as possible. And I think that's when it worked for all of us.
Wow. Okay, so now there are so many people out here, including myself, even my producer, my cameraman, and everybody or so many people have the belief that reality shows, they are basically milking us. They are using us to make money. They are using contestants to make money and stuff. What is your assertion on that?
Okay, so you have to understand that these shows need funding. So the voting is important. That's one.
Okay.
But they let us know what it entails. So like they always say, voting is 60%, performance is 40%.
Okay.
So in an instance where some of these things happen, you see that somebody is having votes, but the person didn't do well. Somebody did well, but the person is not having votes. Sometimes they try to go strictly by they laid down rules because they said they will add your performance and your votes to
Your votes.
strike out if you can stay or you should be evicted. So I think since they brought out those rules, they have guidelines for them. They also have their insights about everything. So in as much as all of us, if it is your region, regardless of if the person did well or the person had votes, they are going to wish that the person stays in the competition.
Okay.
And we are 16, and ultimately they need one person for the crown.
Yeah.
They need 5 people at finale, meaning that definitely some have to go home.
Go home.
So everybody won't be happy if you are the one they evict your region. Exactly. So I think sometimes we take it like that because it doesn't favor us. Because we feel like maybe our person didn't go through, so we kind of feel like it's a cheat or something. And there are moments that sincerely is evidence that it shouldn't have gone that way. But the producers of the show do not come to explain to us, oh, maybe this is what the person had in performance, this is what the person had in votes. And lest I forget, sometimes they tell us it's votes performance, but even your personality, how you carry yourself in the house, who you are, how queenly are you, how will you carry the crown with so much of dignity.
Okay.
Let me cite example
Good.
With Queen Taya. We can all see the glory she carries.
Okay.
With or without the crown, Queen Taya is a queen. Even the way she carries herself, you see.
Yeah.
So all those things, they consider all of that in maybe choosing who stays and who goes home. So I think we should just open up and look at it from the angle that this is our person, we are supporting the person, but at the end of the day, this is a brand, and they are looking for this particular qualities. Sometimes somebody is there that the person will not even perform, but the person is having votes. The person goes through, yes. But how will you feel if somebody also does not have votes, but did so well, and the person is evicted? You see, it's not in line.
Yeah.
Because in as much as they are producing the show for profit, they are displaying our culture.
Yeah.
So somebody cannot come on stage and not do anything. And at the end of the day, they have to favor the person because of the vote.
Okay.
So the vote counts, but the person's performance is equally very important.
Yeah, so you mentioned the vote count, but the performance too is most important. But at the end of the day, we are made to believe that voting is 60%. And then judges score is 40%. So basically trying to tell us that once you do so marvelously well with your voting, whatever the judges are bringing, you are supposed to go through. Is that not so?
Okay, it depends on the percentages.
Okay.
Because imagine somebody has, let's say, 40% in voting, then has 20 in performance. That's 60.
Okay.
And you have 60%, let's say 50% in voting, then let's say 5% in performance. That's 55.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you have votes more than the person.
Exactly.
And the person has to stay in the competition. So it's a combination of the two, and what I mentioned earlier, your personality.
Okay. So basically, at the end of the day, it is left with the judges, their own discretion, to choose who goes or who.
So sometimes, even let's look beyond it. There's an instance where all of them, they are having performance, all of them, they are having votes, and somebody has to be higher, one mark higher than the other.
Yeah.
That's where the personality comes in.
Oh,
So
okay.
all those things count. So I think we should not forget that at the end of the day, it's a competition.
Yeah.
Someone has to go home.
And we shouldn't be emotional about it.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to
Yes.
say. So we shouldn't take it so much to heart.
Yes.
But let's make sure that regardless of what happens, anybody that goes to represent us, we support them so that it won't look like we didn't support this person. We support them financially, prayers. We need the prayers more and everything.
All right, but don't you think with what happened this year, Savannah region, Northern region, we might find it very difficult to support someone who is going for the next.
That one is understandable,
Yeah.
because it was evidence that Savannah region had votes.
But at the end of the day, she was evicted. Northern region
had votes.
at the final,
She
but
was leading votes.
Yep.
So it will be normal, but we'll get to it. That's what I can say. Because we need the impacts they are creating. You know, recently Quintia organized the cleanup exercise in Ababu market.
Yeah, sure.
So those are the impacts we need. So
but someone can also say that if it is just a cleanup exercise, I can equally get up and go and organize cleanup exercise.
It's not only cleanup exercise. She embarked on her project. She supported Kaya You girls with entrepreneurship materials they need to start up their own lives. So those are the impacts we need in our society. So regardless of what is happening, we have to support our people. And the support, in as much as you are voting, you are praying for the persons. We need that physical support that they see that these people, their people are strongly behind them.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Because the chance
yeah.
So when we in program, kabang kanan yan zo kabopan. You see, so they can easily evict you. Ugar muna oyam palabe.
Yes.
Woman na man bo wa onra bazayam famichan. Anyebo. So this are the fire. So to make sure like every support we can give them, presence, prayer. Every Sunday the presence we need is at rehearsal. The presence we need them so that they can see that all that can help.
Yes, then you shambalama. So I'm a mawumpa Manda Fabler, but the Mala Titiaka yellow no. Naka Larkab might have bora, never Bekalaka.
No, in German it's Zangle Mosatama.
Okay.
So Kali yell maybe so lunch and to put support to
okay.
So to Baku Bam come maybe dance.
Yes.
To Baku so now come and hope dance.
No, then no.
But my letter ben later bangar to my be here and
yeah, mommy, yeah, young yeah.
So take back to so none dance.
But Shabli Yermakamane because Tia is from the north. So definitely not around to any of the northern region.
Oh, but it shouldn't be like that.
Okay.
Because Madeleine, the northern region shouldn't have been represented because she won. So if they still took someone to represent the region, that means that
it was still open for.
So this one, I'm against what that statement.
La perception shall never know my
man. The kutoning maybe ngara ya ngara.
Okay.
Because I could to chance be man and the while I can vote like a na princess.
And this has zero mbala.
No, the bachang.
Okay.
The bachang. Book garaya on a garami analyze.
Oh.
The bachang.
Okay. Wow. So I went. So bunku garaya na ko kala the job of kumse. Titiaka you to amuna ko yerma. The barbar so an kakle veya ka bon checha pura. So Titiaka pumpon ya I cannot yule. Mami competition muna. Bunku boy when sha competition racism balama. Yes, you are supposed to overtake somebody to get to a particular destination. As to whether it is a crown, as to whether it is a medal. Don't kunye shambalama. Now, in the house, Ghana was beautiful house. Nirban yaro, kamane, masaji like chahasa. Kababudi yetrani. There are so many things going on there. What they mentioned was prayer warriors, voodoo, juju, bumbunwa. That was what I heard. So I was like, okay, I have the opportunity to talk to you today. What do you think about that?
Wow, man. For the Chamberlain and Commandi, so come either Anyala Muslim be Anyala Christian. Like that's the dominating religions. And some could be man, but when Muslim and Master for origin, but you Christians,
Baba no the bad one.
Yes, especially 12 not in my Alpha R.
Yes,
so la anya bunyasho mas hindi binyar long no man.
Okay.
You don't know what happens behind the scene, but
okay.
I can't say deep and be the kind, but I personally have no witness.
Okay. I mean, could flash and in the back. Come maybe Jacuni, Kakana, not to Pab and Shakan, you cover gab years or so.
No, man, I could
the Kutu Camera no Gaga. Oh, okay. Come make up in Kujia Cartizana in Sababa, understand I'm America.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm Jara tax.
Couple of weeks, Kanjura, Yes. So no is a good to asham my question ma kambwa na kakajura kayirma we will work kabre yilware. So I number shan yila sambane. Nta number so ne non talma.
Akutoyi.
To. So ne non talma ama. So la but I'm manding you a opportunity. Ndi chantry number yer shan no there can. Now Titiaka, what is next for you after Ghana was beautiful? The Naya. And of course, the Pumila, then I graduate next month. Be kalala. Katizayan stoma the Puna Karma Yapam. What next for Titiaka?
So, taking the decision to contest for Ghana's Most Beautiful means that you have decided to impact your society positive. So there are lots of the fact that I'm even mentioning 2 projects is not limiting me to only the 2. I'm hoping to do a lot of things that will bring that positive impact to the society. That will bring that change that we are hoping for. Because I believe that one person can make a difference. So if I'm able to guide one girl to go to school, and you're also able to guide one girl to go to school, that means we are getting the change we are all praying for and hoping for. So those 2 projects I have in mind, I'll be launching one of them very soon. I'll communicate the dates later. I'm trying to put everything together to make sure that we see our young ladies that have given birth going back to school. The childbirth does not restrict them or stop them from continuing their education and achieving their aims and goals in life. And I also want to make sure that our women that are involved in the sharenuts business are not left out. They gain so much from it. They are not cheated by unfair prices that they usually face. So I'm trying to gather data to make sure that I get the most, which word should I use? Appropriate procedure that I can go through to make sure that they get more of the benefits. They don't become the people that work more but make less from what they do.
And that is what normally happens.
So yes, I might not be able to reach the entire region, but every goal or every dream that you have, it starts with taking one step. So it's a small start, then we will get there one day. So I'm hoping to make that positive impact in my society. I'm not limiting myself to only these 2 projects I've mentioned. Along the line, anything that comes to mind that I think it will help my society, I'll make sure I embark on it. To make sure that it's not about the crown, but it's about that personality you brought out of the house. How you are able to use that platform that your region have proudly selected you to represent. And so how you use it so that it benefits your society as large. So I think that's what I'll be up to for the next 5 years, next 3 years. Yes, I'm not stopping when my tenure ends or something. I'm not stopping. Yes, I'm going big time.
Beautiful. Yes. So Adi Ungumpalatwa. But there are 10 years, but there are these moments in the house. Comments which I have always, it has always kind of like motivated me. And maybe can't kunko. They haven't died victim. Ara yellow sharp and another interview. They were like that I have learned and become a new person. And I have improved. What did you mean by that statement, Mama?
Okay. So, just for instance, your first time that they set you in front of a camera like this, how was the feeling like?
Okay, pressure up, yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about today. I'm sitting down here so relaxed. In fact, I even forget that there's camera on us. I feel like we're having a normal conversation.
Yes.
That's one improvement. And then I've come to get a broader picture of a lot of things. Sometimes I had the mindset that one person, you can't make so much change, or the change you are making is so, it can't change the world. But going there on that stage, I've come to understand that even helping one person, creating a happy moment with someone is a development for the person. So I've come to understand all that, and it has molded my personality and how I see a lot of things.
Okay.
So that's the improvements I'm talking about. So I've come to understand that one person you can help to change the person's life is a change we want to make Ghana a better place.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow, that's beautiful. So Titiaka, Fumpo a camera this particular one in Gunja. I want you to send a beautiful or whatever message you want to send to Savannah region. A camera
Okay. Mbanye. Make sure nka company asam pushing kama benka wrensima throughout our competition na too. Babalar mananam balance akamanyin finkane mo kushin logondo. Mo okuli bibu kushin ka kamen wara nkara ko musu. Men try ngreshen tim so we ka ben ber nkaliki ka banyeto. So me kwal benyin na kada babe na mpima ne to. Na nyeki na kana na benche ka banyeto. Ngir ka banye initiative. Asam
Bo asakushu. Yes, so din ye shambama. Man dan de punye pile ndi yala la eto ashele. Ye o jelme kan yela kan din ne konko zo pour ma gwaza bielme. On labsre bois ma shamba mama manya ka di adra yella mina na kamane. Hankal lane ndir filama. Ka eren tebe ndele ko razan. Ora dila fila kar wa na kaman on chang ni ma ka yel ko chang. Ka dibma konko zo. Ora chang mata boam. Nye bang sampala. And also, you want me baza ajiya. According to Tetuzo Pama, then you believe it, Betang Babe Ghana most beautiful mashama, Obazan and Yelisham, Ko Yelma, or Yalonda experience Yelma Pune, Don't go nya ka unkana until Yelma. Don't go near Shamba. I was a mile above when I bought can no Mbahmo Shaw. Okay, don't worry, that's fine. Uncle Boham, so I panon okay. Then that's fine. Then kunya shambala ma. Yule mbone na damba. Kanya zandi pi. Kabo no zan furu sun da kabare. Zanta. Kabo na ba ne dinde nan ka bor ni ne balba kamza ha. Yin panga mga ka chang man kai. Man kai nyela ni vo so ko har force. O force ma de yela ra konko. Aben chang te yi shepulo nye ka so ye the same thing chana he no. Afa so nda pi melkom no bo pi ka security man ti ji lo shepulo ye wonni mo halema. Na do kunye shamba kalamba no yama gafara mutula security no ya so din ye shamba ma kpama man ka chan man kan sanantin ye anine balba kamza ha from ben sharan gba zaplugu diga jinjam aipi man kan sanan producer kpama man ka zan obin yara zan bahna kanirba di de dan fane timin Titiaka engine ma DMTV zo kpama man ka pi Facebook kon to follow ite ka pi YouTube nti subscribe ti ba ben shakan ka dire dan fane TikTok DMTV_1. You'll born in Nadamba. We will imagine us all. Nye Ganasco. Nanasham produce tissue mazo. Ganasco nye we will imagine us all. Ganasco rachang la Ganasco. But I be shukura lora barra boy. Asam kushu.